Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Halloween craft with me, in a way. So I'm going to make a skull centerpiece, and then I'm going to make like a floral. And before I get started, if you've not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below, and let's just get started. Okay, so to make everything, you're going to need purple tulle. I just got this from Michael's. For a clear vase, like a glass one. This came from Dollar Tree. Pair of scissors or wire cutters. I can't find my wire cutters, so I'll be using scissors and hope it helps. I hope it works. A piece of foam. This is a 10-inch. It's just big enough for this skull, and that's all you really need. The skull came from Michael's as well. The skull is just big enough to, the foam disc is just big enough for the skull to fit on. And hopefully the decoration works out the way I'm hoping it does in my head. And then you'll need black roses. I just got these from Walmart for 97 cents. And for the floral piece, you'll need, you can use black roses too for the floral piece, but I found these purple and orange roses that I like, so I'm going to use these. And actually the height is already perfect. So, these were also 97 cents from Walmart. And then I have this rose that I've had for years. I don't know where it came from. But I've just got 3 bunches of the black and 2 bunches of these, and hopefully that works. And you'll need a hot glue gun. Mine's actually dripping. Don't know why. And I've just got black glue in it because I couldn't find the clear. Okay, so I'm going to start with the skull decoration. And before I do anything, I'm going to place everything where I want it and hope it works out. So that way if I have to move anything around, it's not already glued down. So, and if you want to use floral foam, you can, because this craft foam goes everywhere. I was going to use floral foam, like the green stuff, but the only piece they had was covered in something sticky, and I was not even going to try. And I'm thinking about putting the roses on the bottom around on this part instead of around the skull, and then putting the tulle around the skull. And it'll be easier once the skull lays down. At least I think it would be. Oh yeah, that'll look awesome. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. And I did measure the disc this time to figure out where it needed to go. So, okay, so we're on to plan B on how to get this thing to stick. I don't think hot glue is going to work. So, what I'm going to try is toothpicks and Elmer's glue and hope it works. And what I'm doing with the toothpick is I'm going to put it into the skull. I think that should be, yeah, it's showing up. Okay, so I'm going to shove one into the skull in the back. I'm going to shove one into the my skull is even right where I wanted him, and all it took was 2 toothpicks. That's what I get for making it crafty and hard. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to do the roses around this bottom ring and then do the tool. And then fill in where I have to fill in. So I'm going to start with this one because he's not, and I'm going to put him in the back. But to do the flowers, all I'm going to do is trim them about that much.
Okay, sorry about that. The audio in this part of the video just messed up. So here I'm trying to place the tool around the skull to figure out where it needs to be, so I know how much I'm going to need so I can cut it. Okay, so after I've got the tool cut in place where I wanted it to be, I just secured it in the back behind the skull with some Elmer's glue. And you will have to hold it in place for a little bit to make sure it actually sticks and stays where you want it to be. Okay, so after the tool is dried into the place where I wanted it, I just started cutting my flowers. As you can see, I already placed one. And now I'm struggling to cut the other one. I spent most of the night struggling to cut these flowers and these leaves off, so I ended up in the end just pulling the flowers and leaves off of the stems. But make sure if you pull them off and you don't use a pair of wire cutters, make sure you do not lose the plastic base that goes with them, or you will not be able to stick them in and they will not glue onto the styrofoam. So this is after I had all the flowers placed. I was just picking up to make sure I didn't have any white spots that were noticeable. And this is the final product for this. You can see the white spots from above from the styrofoam, but when you look at it when it's actually placed where you want it to be, you can't really tell. And you can always fill in more with leaves and more roses. I just didn't want to use more than 2 heads of the roses I had. For the floral piece, I just started by placing my flowers in the vase and seeing if I would need to cut them down or not. I didn't end up cutting these down, but I did end up moving some of the roses and bending some of the stems. After I knew the height was right for the vase, I then started playing with the leftover tulle that I had to see how I wanted to incorporate that into the flower centerpiece. I ended up cutting the tulle into 2 smaller pieces and putting one on the bottom, putting the leftover black leaves that I had, and wrapping the remainder of the tulle around the actual flowers once I placed the black roses in. So this is the floral piece after it's all said and done. I ended up moving more of the roses after I filmed this, and you will see that in the final picture.